Tonight, large crowds gathering to get tickets to see President Obama Friday on the campus of Atlanta University and Morehouse College as he campaigns for Stacey Abrams. 11 Alive Sky Tracker live over Marietta, where people are lining up to get tickets near Kennestone Hospital. Police are telling us they are not too happy the crowd is blocking traffic near the hospital, and the giveaway just ended, but its impact will be felt through rush hour. And on this Halloween, which traditionally in Atlanta is the busiest traffic day of the year, it compounds the issues. People are making their way home, and Marietta's Halloween parade gets underway shortly. And this is video of people waiting for tickets at the Gwinnett Place Mall. The lines wrapping around the corner with people walking away just minutes ago without getting any tickets. The only way you had a chance to get tickets, you had to show up in your person today and stand in line.